God's wrath, dragon's fury, demons unleashed, monsters feast, giants fall, witches whisper, celestial war, darkness looms, God's betrayal, underworld awakens.
In the underworld's depths, Tiamat and her allies gather a monstrous army to crush the divine realm. With prophetic insight, she unveils cracks in Marduk's defenses, igniting a war that will shake the cosmos. In the depths of the underworld, where the shadows coiled like living serpents and the air was thick with the scent of brimstone, Tiamat, Ishtar, and Enlil gathered their allies in a vast chamber carved from the bones of ancient, long-dead gods. The chamber was a place of dark majesty, where the very walls seemed to pulse with the echoes of forgotten battles and the whispers of the damned. A fireless glow, cold and otherworldly, illuminated the faces of those who had been summoned here. Creatures of immense power, bound by a shared thirst for vengeance and a common hatred for the divine realm. At the head of the chamber, Tiamat stood tall, her serpentine form coiled in regal menace, her eyes burning with a fierce, unyielding determination. Around her, the leaders of the three most fearsome races in the cosmos, Uthrog, the giant chieftain, Drakara, the dragon lord, and Gorgon, the master of monsters, waited with tense anticipation. The air crackled with the energy of the gathered beings, a palpable force that thrummed with the promise of violence.
We stand on the brink of a great war. Marduk has fortified the divine realm with layers of defenses, each one designed to repel our assault. He believes that these barriers will hold, that they will protect him and his kind from the wrath that we bring. But he is wrong. Through my prophetic vision, I have seen the defenses Marduk has built. I have seen the layers of light, storm, earth, and spirit that encircle the divine realm. I have seen the traps he has laid, the forces he has marshaled. But I have also seen the weaknesses, the cracks in his fortress. And it is through these cracks that we will strike.
Speak, Tiamat. Tell us what must be done. My people are eager for battle, eager to crush the divine race beneath our feet. The dragons have been restrained for too long. We are ready to bring the skies down upon the divine realm. Just give the word. The monsters are restless. We hunger for the taste of divine flesh. Tell us how to break their defenses, and we will tear them apart.
Marduk's defenses are formidable, but they are not invincible. Each of you will have a role to play, a task that only you can accomplish. Together, we will tear down the walls of the divine realm, layer by layer, until nothing remains but ashes and ruin.
The heavens trembled as Tiamat's gaze settled on Uthrog, the warlord of the giants. Her eyes gleamed with dark promise, her voice a whisper of destruction.
The first layer of Marduk's defense is a barrier of pure light, a shield created by Shamash and Nanna, the gods of the sun and moon. This shield repels darkness, blinding and burning those who approach. But light, for all its brilliance, is fragile. It can be shattered.
And how do you propose we shatter the shield?
The giants wield strength unmatched, capable of shattering mountains. I shall infuse you and your warriors with power drawn from the deepest shadows of the underworld. With this power, you will strike at the heart of the light until it cracks and falls. Then, the way will be open.
We will break their light. And when we do, nothing will stand in our way.
As Uthrog prepared for war, Tiamat turned to Drakara, the ancient dragon lord, his scales shimmering with the glow of embers.
Beyond the shield of light rages a tempest, summoned by Adad and Ninurta. This storm exists to tear apart those who breach the light, but even the fiercest storm can be tamed.
How do you propose we tame this storm?
The dragons are creatures of the sky, born of fire and storm. You shall become one with the tempest, bending its fury to your will. The storm shall turn against the divine realm, a blade of lightning and thunder wielded by us.
We will ride the storm and turn its fury upon the gods. The skies will burn, and they will fall.
As the winds howled above, the earth trembled below. Tiamat turned to Gorgon, master of monsters, his form a massive force of nature.
The third layer of defense lies in the earth itself. Ninmah and Dumuzi have commanded the land to rise, to swallow us whole. But the earth, for all its power, can be corrupted.
And how do you propose we corrupt the earth?
Your kind is born of chaos. You will burrow deep, spreading the taint of disorder. The mountains will crumble, the ground will shatter, and the gods will watch their stronghold fall beneath them.
We will corrupt the earth, and when we do, no sanctuary will remain.
The underworld stirred as Tiamat turned to Ishtar, goddess of love and war, her radiant form a paradox amidst the darkness.
The fourth layer of Marduk's defense is guarded by the spirits of the dead, found by Ereshkigal and Nanch. They are meant to haunt the battlefield, striking terror into our forces, but the dead can be controlled.
How?
The spirits are bound to the underworld. I will grant you the power to sever those bonds, to command them. They will turn against the divine realm, serving us in our conquest.
We will control the dead. The gods will tremble, and the spirits will rise to serve us.
At last, Tiamat turned to Enlil, storm god of chaos, his form crackling with untamed energy.
The final defense lies at the heart of the divine realm, where the gods themselves await. This will be our most difficult battle, but also our greatest triumph.
How do we breach the heart of the divine realm?
The giants will break the light, the dragons will ride the storm. The monsters will corrupt the earth, the dead will rise to strike terror into the hearts of the gods. When the final layer falls, we shall strike, and Marduk will be no more.
We will strike at the heart of the divine realm. The gods will fall, and the cosmos will belong to us.
And so, the armies of Tiamat prepared for war, their dark purpose set. The battle for the divine realm had begun. The heavens stood still as the forces of destruction gathered. Tiamat, Ishtar, and Enlil stood at the head of their vast army, their gazes hardened with unshakable resolve. The giants, dragons, monsters, and spirits of the dead stood behind them, a terrible legion ready to unleash devastation upon the divine realm. The sky darkened, the very air crackling with power, a herald of the coming storm. The time for vengeance had arrived. The storm was no longer a distant threat. It was upon them, a churning force of chaos and fury. Tiamat, mother of monsters, was the spearhead, her wrath coiled and ready to strike. The ground trembled beneath their march from the underworld, the deep shadows twisting and stretching like hungry fingers, reaching for the light above. Flames flared higher, casting ominous glows across the faces of those who marched for war.
The gods have grown complacent in their thrones, blind to the power that stirs beneath them. No longer shall they reign unchallenged. Their walls will crumble, their temples will burn, and the heavens will tremble beneath our fury.
The darkness that once belonged to Nergal now stretched far beyond its former domain, spilling into the world above, devouring the stars one by one. The divine realm, once thought impregnable, now lay vulnerable before the tide of destruction. The whispers of the shadows grew louder, carrying with them the promise of war, of slaughter, of the end of an age.
Let them pray to their gods. Let them beg for mercy. It will not come. We are the storm, and we shall not be denied.
Marduk's defenses stood firm, but Tiamat had seen the cracks, the vulnerabilities hidden beneath divine arrogance. The might of the gods was waning, and she would be the force to shatter their rule. Her allies, her children of destruction, would tear down the celestial gates and bring the heavens crashing to the ground.
Onward, let the gods taste the terror they have long ignored.
The march continued, an unstoppable tide of darkness moving ever closer to the divine gates. The silence of the void was broken by the rhythmic pounding of feet, the distant cries of the damned, and the whispers of the shadows, singing songs of ruin. The storm had come, and it would sweep away all who dared stand in its path.